Hello, everyone. Hello, Facebook Live. Hello, oh my gosh, redefining Rockstar Leadership private group. Hello, everyone. Hello. I am so excited. I'm like all over the place right now. Because I had all plans, as everybody knows. Anybody who has been getting any of my posts, my texts, my tweets, my mail by pigeon, whatever it is I was sending, I had all plans to not launch the book until now. And I was informed probably around 8:30 this morning that in one of my categories the book was already number 2, and I was like, okay, what's going on? What's happening? And then within an hour, the book was number 1 in one of my categories. I'm in 3 categories that I'm tracking in, and I just was like, I don't know what to do with this. Oh my gosh, I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared. So just crazy. So as everybody joins, please just let me know who's here. Say hi. But so I am just on a cloud right now. Due to that, I'm just on a cloud right now. So I actually started probably 15 minutes, half an hour ago, actually sending the link out to folks, because I was like, you know what, let's just keep this party going. And I just started sending links out, and the link is actually it's on pretty much, I think, every page that I have. I also put it in this in the live topic. Hey Ashley, and congratulations to you too, Ashley. So definitely be so if you're not seeing it now, definitely when I am done with this live video, it will be in the topic, and I'll also be posting it in the in the comments section. So this process has been incredible. As I said, folks, when you join, just say hello. Hey Shayla, thank you. Just say hello, let me know you're here. This process has been amazing. It started with my dear coach, my dear coach, Michelle Boardgill, who said to me, you know what? I challenge you to write a book. And not only do I challenge you to write a book, I challenge you to write a book in 30 days. Really? Really now? Hi, Angela. So I took that challenge. I didn't know how I was going to accomplish that challenge, but I took that challenge. And as fate would have it, as God always steps in, I ended up going to an event. And the event that I ended up going to, the first speaker specialized in, guess what? Marketing and publishing books. And they had a program in which you could learn to write your book you could get the book from beginning to end within 9 weeks. Thank you, Shayla. Thank you. All right, is that better? Let me know if that's better, Shayla, or if I need to. You know I love my outside. I didn't want to be inside today, but let me know if this is any better. If not, if I need to do something else. Thank you, Sharika. Thank you very much. Thank you, Yateman International. I appreciate it. Okay, good. All right. So, and now I feel like, something else crazy is happening. So, what was I going to say? So, I joined up for the program, for the 9-week program, and wrote the book in pretty much about 3 weeks, and then there was publishing and marketing, but then there was, hey, well, we normally do a big push for Black Friday. So being the curious young woman that I am, I was like, well, wait a minute. I know we're not due to launch till December, but is that possible to be able to do that? And the answer was, well, yeah, if you can get everything done, if you could pull it in, sooner than later, then hey, make it happen. So did that, made it happen. And here we are today, 12-ish something. I have no idea what time it is. 12-ish something. And I have a book that is on Amazon that is #1 in one of my categories, #2 in another category, and trending in the teens in another category. And there's still a lot of day left. And I just am blessed beyond blessed. I don't even know. I'm just in awe. I just don't even think I really have words. But I wanted to speak a bit about the book, of course, and my motivation in writing the book. I have a little guest here who will probably speak a bit later, but she's been very patient with me. Someone who has been very interested in my entrepreneurship career and my book writing process, and has had a lot of input and insight. And I want to introduce her. So that is my daughter, Zephra. Hello.
Hi.
And she will be speaking a bit later as well. But the title of the book is Redefining Rockstar Leadership. And if anyone, for some people, they'll get it immediately. They will get it immediately. For others, may need a little more explanation. What that means for me is, for most of my life, I have strived to meet expectations. I have strived to be validated. I have strived to get that atta girl, pat on the back. And from that came a very good work ethic, which is a good thing, which is a very good thing to get that. However, when I got to my late 30s, I realized that I just had become this go-to person for everybody. I was that person, whether it was family, whether it was work, I was just that person that was, Ronette can do it. Ronette can handle it. Ronette can juggle it. Ronette always does it. She always steps up. She always does it. She's going to be the one. And I just was like, what is going on? How did I get myself here? And is this where I want to be? More so, is this where I want to be? Because what I realized was, sure, I was that rock star, and I use that term because, and the majority of the places where I've been employed, I have been referred to as that rock star employee. Oh, Ronette's a rock star. She's just a get it done kind of girl. She's a rock star. We can always count on her. Okay, again, that atta girl, that's what I was looking for, most definitely. I've been called a rock star mom. I've been called a rock star wife. I've been called a rock star friend. I've been called a rock star in regards to my clients. And that is definitely meant to be a compliment. And in many ways it is. But in a lot of ways, there's a lot of sacrifice that has to go with being that rock star. Because what I personally was sacrificing in being that rock star is I was motivated by validation from other people, motivated by expectations of other people, and not living authentically. And that's what had to change. Because at the end of the day, no matter how much I accomplished, no matter when I got that ideal job at my Big Four consulting firm, 6-figure salary, office with a view of Atlanta, beautiful view out of the window, international travel, company card, all of that. But even in getting to that ideal situation, there was something that was missing. Because what was missing was me. What was missing was, what were my true desires? What did I really want from my life? And so that is really what the basis of the book is about. And I want to say a couple of hellos. Hello, Charlotte. Hello, Kiara. Thank you, girl. Kiara is one of my number ones from way back in the day. So she's known. She knows. Oh, Celia. Thank you, Celia. My little niecey. But you know, there are people like a Kiara, people like that. They've watched for the last 30 plus years, and seen the transition. So they know. And once I transitioned, once I started to make that move to the other side, once I started to get real with me and what I needed, and what I wanted, then things started to change and things started to shift. And I was still able to be my rock star self. I was still able to hold on to my rock star attributes and all the things that made, you know, me, and made me fabulous in my own right. Okay, because we're all fabulous in our own right. I was able to still have that, but have that based on the right things. Motivated by the right things. Motivated by my heart's desires. And that has been such a journey for me, and that has been such a walk for me, and it has been such a blessing for me. So for me, this book is definitely a bit of my story. This book is my gift to those who have had that walk in some way, shape, or form. In some way, shape, or form. You know that you're not living your best life. You know that you're not living authentically. You know that you are, again, you're that go-to person, you're that atta girl person, you're that everything and anything person, but is that really what you want to be? Is that really where you want to do, what you want to do? The biggest step for me was when I decided I was going to leave corporate America and I was going to branch out on my own. That was huge because that meant I was banking on me. I was not banking on that paycheck every 2 weeks from my employer. I was banking on me. And that was miraculous for me to come from where I was to being at the point where I could say, I got this. If I could rent my genius to all of those other corporations, groups, organizations, whatever it was, for all of those years and be successful, then how could I not bank on myself to do it for me and my livelihood? Stop and say a few hellos. Hello, Trisetta. Thank you, girl. Hello, Charlotte. Oh, Charlotte, thank you for the amen. And hello, Donna. Donna, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I am so sorry because I know I have a name that gets pronounced incorrectly all the time, so I'm very sensitive to that. So I'm sorry if I did not say that correctly. But absolutely, and it does. It takes courage. It takes courage and planning and prioritizing you. Exactly, Charlotte. Exactly. And because that's the thing, right? We're taking care of everybody else. Okay, but then we're empty. Then we're empty and we're resentful. There's a story in the book. My lowest point. Oh, yeah, on the floor, fetal position. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty, but it had to happen. It had to happen. I had to come to a breaking point where I had to say this cannot continue because I was going out with that smile on my face. Ding! Right? I was going out with that smile on my face. I had that smile on my face. But was I genuinely happy with my life and where things were going and how I interacted with people? Okay, how I allowed people to interact with me, because gotta take the responsibility where responsibility lays, right? If I was enabling, if I was allowing, I've got to take that responsibility. I had to set boundaries. I had to set the standards. I had to say, no, see, you're not going to treat me as this, as such, because I'm not treating me that way. I am going to teach you how to treat me. Hello, Cameron. Nephew number one. Thank you, Cameron. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So, I mean, those are the change that had to change. That had to happen. And I started, slow. I was with late 30s, early 40s. It's kind of like one of those, okay, some things going to change around here. It was kind of a bit of that. Where I was like, I'm not going to do this. And slowly but surely, changes, slowly but surely. And there are times when obviously I'd kind of slip back. Donna, thank you. Donna, got it. There are times when I would kind of slip back into, the ways. I mean, listen, when you walk that walk for the majority of your life, you're going to have those moments where you take that step back. But you see the difference is, I catch it now. When I find myself being less than the me than I am, I catch it now. And I could choose to stay there, which normally I would not do. Listen, I'm having a really, really bad day. I just give myself 24 hours. I'll give myself that. It's okay. Wallow in it and then get over it. But I catch it and I can then say, okay, no. We're not doing this. No, forward, onward, upward. We're not doing this. Nope. You're better than this. You know better than this. You know better than this. You're going for your joy. You're going for your prize. You're going for your goal. Whatever it is, you're going for it. And here I am. Last year this time, I was what they would call a parallelpreneur. I still was at my day job, and I had some clients. December came around, and I said, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this anymore. I gotta leave the day job. I said, my heart's not there. I'm going in every day. I'm still giving. I'm still doing what I need to do. But I said, this is not where I want to be. This is not what I want to do with my life. And so I made that decision, and I set a date in my brain. I set a date. I said, as of this day, I'm no longer going to be here. And that date for me was February 1st. And January 14th, I went in and I gave my notice. And my last day was January 31st. And I woke up February 1st as a full-time entrepreneur. Miraculous. But adding to that miracle, here I am now, not even a year later to me leaving. I've had clients. I've been part of amazing programs and masterminds. I've attended amazing retreats. I've written a book. I have programs. I am going to be at an event in December where I'm going to be a vendor, and I'm going to be promoting my book and my programs, and I'm also going to speak. And I have all of these great things that are coming on the horizon on the other side. All right, Charlotte, I see you. I see your last day. I see it. All right, claiming it. She's got it. And so, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. So, all these other things. So I'm blowing. Listen, it's 2017. I'm ending it with a bang, and I am kicking the door down for 2018. I'm not knocking on it. I'm kicking the door down, because what these things have taught me is I have so much inside of me. There's so much ability inside of me that I was holding back. I was playing small. And we do that too often, and we do it for too long. And I know people say this all the time, and I'm going to say it because it's true. If I could do it, anybody can do it. If I could do it, anybody can do it. And that's what I wanted to relay with this book. I wanted to share a bit of me. I wanted to share a bit of my walk. And I'm sure my story is like so many other people's story. And obviously it's going to look a little different for all of us. It's going to be shaped a little different for all of us. But it still can happen authentically, whatever that is for you. That does not mean that you have to leave a job that you love. If that's where you really want to be, then be. Or whatever that situation, that's where you really want to be. For me, I didn't want it anymore. And I probably hadn't wanted it for a while. But that was the goal, right? We're supposed to go out there, get that good job, right? Ooh, six-figure salary. Come on now. Now, you know. Oh my gosh. Ooh, a company card. Travel. I mean, really? Who was I to say that wasn't good enough for me? Who was I? Who was I to say that? Right? So for me, it was like, oh my gosh, this, right? Oh, you're living a dream. Definitely from the perspective of other people, I was living the dream. But not so much. Not internally. Not internally. And so I had to make that change. And I had to make that shift. And it happened pretty quickly for me. Because once I started shifting, the world kind of, I don't know who said this before, but you know, the world will shift to meet you, right? So because you're concerned that if I shift, what's going to happen? If I shift to the left, then everything is just going to be so far to the right, I'm not going to be able to touch it. But what normally happens, not everything, there may be some stuff that falls off, but normally when you shift, then other things will start shifting with you. It'll start shifting with you, right? And you can find some place to meet. And that is what I found in the majority of my life. Thank God I have family and friends that truly support me and love me to my core. So that also is something, you know, that's priceless. But that was my experience. And even when people, family, friends, whoever, did not understand what I was doing. What are you doing? You doing what? What are you doing? You're leaving your job? What? And you're doing what? You're going where? You're signing up for what now? What are you doing today? What's going on today? What are you doing? Even when people did not understand, they still supported me. They still supported me. And that's priceless. I can't put a price on that. I don't know. I don't really understand this world. I don't understand what you're doing. I don't understand what you're training for. I don't understand what you're getting skills. I don't understand what's going on. But I love you. And if this is going to help you be your best you, then I'm all for it. So I definitely would suggest for all of those that are on here, anybody who sees this, get people like that in your life. Get people like that in your life. Because truthfully, once you start to shift, the people who aren't there will probably just fall off anyway. Especially if you decide that their opinion is no longer, is no longer your compass. That's not what you're following anymore. So they'll normally fall off anyway. Tara, thank you. Thank you very much, Tara. Another person known me. But Tara is my college, Lincoln University, LU. She's one of my college friends. Known me for a long time. And this has been a long journey. It's been a long way. And I'm just ecstatic to be here. And this is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. There'll be other books with more stories, more intention to reach more people. As I've been transparency here, as I've been saying to everybody, this book was not about, oh, Ronette's gonna get rich off of a book. No, not off a mini book. No, no, not gonna happen. This book was about me getting my story out. This book was about me getting my story to people who needed it, who it could help. And quite frankly, this book was to get me in places and rooms that I cannot necessarily touch from here. But if a professor in Missouri reads the book and it's like, oh, there are nuggets in here I want to share with my class, then I've touched people that are there. If someone in Ghana gets the book and reads it and shares it with their family, then I've touched someone there. So this book takes me where I cannot necessarily physically go. Thank Ange. Another one, day one. Ange, thank you. Thank you very much, Ange. Thank you. Sean, oh boy, what we got the LU community in here, man. Lincoln University reunion. Thank you, Sean. And I'm just grateful. So with that, I am going to. We don't really know what she's gonna say. I think listen, my daughter, she's so funny. And of course, my phone battery's low. She is just giddy, and she just wanted to come on. So so we're gonna do this. So this, everyone, is Z. This is my daughter Zephra. She's so goofy. She is 11. I know. I'm trying to get you though, so I'm gonna focus on you and not me, because the son is not working well with us. She is 11 and a half. Going on 25. You all know. You all know. You know, right? So, Zeph, you have watched Mommy with this book process. Mm-hmm. You have watched Mommy create. Mm-hmm. You have watched Mommy late nights. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think that you worked really, really hard.
Sorry, there's a little bee from the bee run flying around.
She worked very, very hard, and she just deserves a lot of praise because she worked really hard.
Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's sweet. I got lipstick in my face. You have anything else you want to say? You're done. Okay, you want to have your moment in fame? Okay. Well, there you go. Auntie Angela says hi, Zeph. Miss Ashley says hi, Zeph. Mr. Sean says you're beautiful. Yeah, my son's here too, but he's like, nah. Facebook Live, not for me, not for the kid. So he's supporting from afar. But it's a family affair, right? It's a family affair. My darling husband, he wrote my foreword. I was very surprised. He basically was, we were just talking and I was saying, gee, I want a foreword. I wonder who I could get to write the foreword. And he was just like, well, why didn't you ask me? And I was like, I didn't think you'd want to write the foreword. And he was like, well, I want to write your foreword. And I said, well, then perfect. So he wrote my foreword, which just touched me immensely. No problem, Charlotte. Thank you. And for everybody, like I said, if it's the links out there in various forms, but the link will also be on this. Once I post this live, it'll be on this live, and I'll be pushing stuff out. So the link is out there. Or really, you could go to Amazon and put in Redefining Rockstar Leadership. Three words, Redefining Rockstar Leadership, and it will come up, and you can download it for free today only. Today only. This is for the Black Friday launch. Today only. Because tomorrow it goes up to $2.99. And listen, every little cent counts. So, so definitely. So you want to get it today, or you can look under my name, Ronette Clark with an E. Williams. But I think you'll do better to do the name of the book. But it's there. It's free for download. The book is a mini book. It probably would take, depending on how quickly you read, an hour or less to read the book. If you have time. Today in particular, if you have time, but just in general, obviously, to read it and provide a review, I'd be immensely grateful. I understand it's the day of Thanksgiving, people are running. Some of y'all out there shopping, you know who you are. I can't do that. I can't do that Black Friday shopping, folks. I'm not a shopper like that. If I got to be behind my computer. But some of y'all out there shopping and doing other things like that. So understandable if you're not able to. But if you do have the time and you're able to, I would greatly appreciate the reviews as well. Yes, Shayla. Yes. She's been looking forward to this all week, definitely. Okay, thank you, Charlotte. Okay, Charlotte said she used the link on the post. Great. So, I think guys, I'm literally, I'm just like, I'm giddy. I literally am, everybody in the house, my husband, he's laughing at me. I'm literally giddy that this day has come and this has happened. And again, what it shows you is you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Put your mind to it. You can do it. As I say on several of my pages for my various programs, or even have a particular worksheet for this program. Actually, in the book, one of the last things I do to get in action is to give you the free download of this. Start and don't quit. Start and don't quit. Take action. That's all we can do. Just start it and don't quit it. Right? And that's been my motto for a little while now. It's going to continue to be my motto, just even stronger going into 2018. So with that, folks, I think I'm gonna wrap. I don't even know. I just feel like I should run around my backyard. Maybe I'll run through my cul-de-sac and scare my neighbor. Just freak them out a bit. Like, what is going on on our normally quiet cul-de-sac? Why is this crazy woman running up and down the cul-de-sac? But I might just go ahead and do that. So, were there any questions for me in any way? Because I definitely want to address anything before I sign off. Give it a minute. And while I'm giving it that minute, I want to just again state gratitude. Gratitude for all of you who have touched my life in some way, at whatever time in my life, because all of those, anybody watched my Facebook Live a couple of days ago, all of those various ingredients made up this recipe, which is what has come from today. Okay, Ashley, what's your favorite chapter of the book? That's a good one. Probably chapter 2, because you know what? Chapter 2, I mean, people feel like, what's wrong with that? Chapter 2 is when I talk about that moment. It's when I talk about when all kind of came crumbling down, because I remember it. I remember that moment. I remember those feelings. I remember just feeling totally helpless. And to go back to that just reminds me how far I've come. You know, and I also think that is a chapter that lots of people will say, I've had that moment. Or, you know what? I'm on the brink of that moment. I feel it rising up in me right now. So it's good to know what other people did when that happened. Thank you. And yes. Okay, so so Ange, again, college roommate, girl. Ange is saying that she loves the Jamaican proverbs. So my family is from Jamaica. I was born here. But I pretty much have gone back home to the family home, not so much as an adult these few years, but when I was a kid, I went home to Jamaica pretty much every year because my grandmother was there, all my aunts and uncles were there. Like, I mean, my whole family, all my cousins, my whole family was there, pretty much. I mean, you know, it's big, like 3 of us here. Everybody else was there when I was a kid. And because of that, I grew up hearing a lot of Jamaican proverbs, of course, as you can imagine, okay? A lot of sayings that my mother and other people would say, and lots of those are my foundation. They're my foundation for the lessons that I've learned. So in each chapter, I start each chapter with a Jamaican proverb in Patois, which is the name of the dialect or whatever of it, and I have the proverb in Patois. I have the meaning, and then I kind of translate it right to something that everybody would understand. But it relates. Each one relates to the topic of that chapter. So thank you, Ange. Yeah, I had a suggestion. From Miss SBG, that, wouldn't it be nice if, you know, sometimes, you know, if you do that and you have people, and somebody could click on it and they could hear how it's pronounced. And since I didn't want to do that, because quite frankly, again, my whole family, it pretty much is from Jamaica. I don't have a problem understanding accents. I don't have a problem with the speed. Most of my friends are like, what's other family members saying? They're talking so fast. I don't have the problem because I grew up around it. However, I do not normally really make it a practice to speak Patois because I sound like an American speaking Patois. And so I could have found, if I had enough time, found somebody else to do it, but I'll just let the words themselves stand on their own. So yeah, thanks, Ange, for bringing it up. I totally forgot that I had that in there, and that's kind of fun. It's just a fun thing for me. It's a tip of the hat, right, to my ancestors. You know, my mom was one of 10, and there's only 2 of them left. So just a tip of the hat of, everybody, all of my family, my grandparents, my aunts, uncles, everyone. Yes, Sailor. You would not have wanted me to be the one to record those. That would have been bad. So with that, is any other questions? Anything else I can address?
Can I say bye with you?
You can say bye with me, little one. When it is time, giving it a minute.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, the Redefining Rockstar Leadership private group will stay open because there's more to come. Today, I'm actually awaiting the paperback proof of the book. I was hoping it would be here by the time I did this so I could display it. But I'm going to get the proof. As long as everything looks good, I'm going to approve the proof. And then I should be able to have the paperback copies in hand, I'd say probably in a week and a half or so. Because I'm planning to bring them with me when I go to my event in a couple of weeks and in future events. And obviously, I also will be letting everybody know when the paperback are available on Amazon. If that is something that you would like. Holidays are coming. Gift time. If you know someone who you think could benefit from it, then great. But also just to keep you all in the loop of what's going on, because I'm sure this isn't the end. I spoke to my local library yesterday. I'll be speaking with them next week again to set up a book signing. So there's all kind of stuff that's going to be going on. All kind of stuff. And I just want to keep y'all posted, because I appreciate it, and it's fun. It's fun to share. So with that, I guess Z Money and I. It's too much sun. I don't think he was here. We will. That's bad, Z Money. Okay, we will sign off together by saying thank you to everyone.
Thank you.
And download the book. And share the links, please, with your networks and your connections. Let's get it out there. Let's get it to as many people as possible. Happy day after Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm sure everybody's still eating leftovers. I truthfully have not eaten today because I've been so excited. So at some point, I'll have some leftovers. But thank you, everyone, for joining me for this time. I greatly appreciate it. And we'll be talking. We'll be talking.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.